All right, what's up, guys? We are back with part 7. I think this is now part 7. Holy shit! So we're really doing it. We're really doing it. Hasn't been many people viewing the first 4, which I posted so far. I think there's like 50 views total between the 4 videos I posted. But hey, like I said, I'm not doing this to try to make money. It's just for fun. It is more fun to talk about your campaign as you're playing it, you know, and if some people are interested and they watch it, that would be even more fun. So I don't think anybody's watching a complete video yet, but listen, I'm not here to bitch and moan. I'm here to play the fucking game. So let's do it, baby. So we have Rome. We're playing on a super, I don't want to say like super hard because I think I'm doing something crazy, but it is pretty hard. I mean, there's so many alterations in the direction of making the campaign harder, and that's showing its face. It's rearing its ugly head. I'm playing as Rome, as I just said, and there's been some struggles. Let's say that there's been some struggles. I've had to peace out multiple times, where Rome doesn't usually do that. I have a rebel army from a governor who was basically causing shit over here, and I needed to bring an army over here to quell the uproar, but I didn't get them over here in time, and so they have another rebel army raised, and then there's another rebel army. Oh no, yeah, there's another rebel army, some Samnites over here outside of Beneventium, which is the only settlement I control in Magna Graecia at this time. We had to peace out with Epirus, and they are on our territory right now. Now, they did attack and kill a rebel army before, so while I do appreciate that, they're just hanging out they're basically trespassing against Rome, the people and the Senate of Rome, and at this time there's not really much I could do about it. Now I am finally starting to make money back. We're up to $5,000 a month, which is 5,000 gold a month, which is quite good. We were under 1,000 at one point, so we are earning back some money. We were able to upgrade Rome. We were upgrade Asculum. We're upgrading Arninium right now. Ariminum. I'm sorry, Arinum. That's a tough one. I know Asculum. I'm familiar with it. Obviously, I know Roma. Arninium is a tricky one. But anyway, we are in fact upgrading it. And then we have our client state, Eritrea, who actually offered themselves up as our client state because they know. I mean, let's just be honest. They were going to be destroyed at some point, and they knew that. So now they still exist, and they get to do good things. And they've actually helped me many times. We have the Dorsey. They're over here with this fucking full army, but I'm not going to pay attention to it right now because I really can't be bothered. Alright, so we got to destroy this army right here. We only have a couple battered army, Legio 2, or the 2nd Legion in English, or Legio 1, Italica, the 1st Legion. Man, we just fought a battle against some rebels, and we won it. But we did take a licking, and we haven't replenished 1 troop so far because our population is brutal. We only have 12,000 people in Asculum. Almost 13,000. We're losing troops there every day. Only 13,000 there. In Rome, we only have 16,000. That's because we've had to recruit a bunch of troops in there. Damn. We're losing troops there as well. Losing citizens there. But that's why we're building up our infrastructure so we can replenish troops like the real Rome could. So this is a delicatessen. Normally I wouldn't recruit something like this right now. I'd wait for something better, but it does give us only 0.3% for 2nd-class citizens, 5 for Latin culture, and 1 food now. We're not going to waste our money on that right now. We could we do need some livestock. A herding ground, 200 wealth from livestock, -2 recruitment cost for Hastati, and 0.4% for 3rd-class citizens, which isn't phenomenal, but it's not terrible. Here's 4 food, 100, -2 for Hastati, and then we get 0.1%, 0.3%. We are gonna. I mean, you always need food. Your food is like. I shouldn't use this example because a lot of people think it's weird and they don't know what it means. But it's like for drug addicts. I grew up in a weird place. You'll never have enough drugs, no matter. Even if you have tons, you're eventually gonna do them all, and then because you always need to do them, you're gonna eventually run out. That's like food in Rome. Total War, 2, Rome 2, and Attila. You're always gonna run out eventually, because you're gonna build up, and eventually you're gonna run out. So you can never have enough food. This one's 2. We get 200. This one's now all the wealth we gain a little bit more from agriculture, just being Rome, and then also the technology we've researched to this point. Oh man, but do we really want to waste our money on agriculture right now? We're gonna need troops and shit. No, we're not gonna do that. All right, let's get back to it. Now these guys only have 1 fucking rank, so it's not like if I combine them, it's gonna be a huge loss. See, look at this, the Javelin Men. I told you guys earlier that Javelin Men have a real impact in this game, and they've shown that. These guys right here, mobile Javelin Men, have been fucking people up, riding behind the line and just throwing javelins in the back of people's heads, just crushing their fucking spirits and their spinal cords. We're gonna merge these Hastati, and we're gonna merge these Rarari. Alright, now we have this one Hastati. We're still paying them the full amount, but at this point we're just going to keep them and use them as like a frontline unit. If we have to throw them out there, we will. Alright, let's see what kind of mercenaries we can get. Italic mercenary swordsman, only 200. That's actually not a terrible price for a decent troop. Their attack is 10, their melee 14, 280 armor. Not a great troop, 43 morale. Huh. Certain nations in this game have, with the DEI mod, have what's called faction mercenaries. I know Egypt does. I play Egypt probably the third most in this game, and they're cheaper mercenaries that you can recruit, and you can usually recruit a decent amount of them. I haven't seen any for Rome yet. I actually don't play Rome very often at all. I hate playing the strongest nations in these kind of games. Alright, we got the Etruscan mercenary spearmen. So we're trying to think what we can do to build up. I mean, they only have 4 units, so we could beat them right here. I don't know. I'm hemming and hawing a little bit on this, and that's my bad. Here's Brutus. He only has 2 authority, though. He's being a little bit of a bitch when it comes to that. And that actually affects the morale of his units, which we know because I've talked about it. Alright, we need to see where we want to start researching. We can unlock the library, yeah, but this isn't. Yeah, I mean, we do unlock some other cool stuff like loyalty, 20 cultural conversion, which is very important. Here we get growth, tax labor, sanitation, more growth. We can recruit some stuff, the aqueduct, which is important, but we really need military techs because we're not getting our asses kicked. We're basically winning the majority of our battles, but not in the way that I would like. Alright, so let's go up here and fuck these guys up real quick. They're going to retreat, which we can still reach them. And we're going to bring them down as a reinforcement. I think. They might not actually reinforce, I'm not sure. Yeah, they did. Nice. How much do we... Alright, good. We hardly lose anybody. 96%. We'll take that. Cut his throat. Boom. Might seem a little harsh, but we're getting tired of all these fucking rebels. We pieced out all the major nations so we could try to, build our forces back up, and it's just not working out so far. You know what? We're gonna execute them. Fucking bitches. Alright. Legion 1 has gone up a level. The Legion 1. We're gonna go with accomplished skirmishers, 2 movement speed for all light and very light units, 2 missile damage inflicted by missile units, increased missile attack range for all units, and 2% shots per minute for all units. Thank you very much. Alright. Now we're gonna move our troops down. We only had troops up here because we had that governor talking shit. Let's see if he's still doing it. Is he? Unstable governor. He's still fucking doing it, dude. That's crazy. All right, let's just see what happens right now. All right, let's see. Now we do need to recruit units. Let's take a look at our government situation. So Lucrezia is my adopted mother, but we then in turn adopted her when our father died. So she's our mother-daughter. She's our mother-daughter. She's a bad bitch regardless. Our wife is not a bad... She's a pretty good woman. Not really giving us anything great, but we'll take it. +2 gravitas for the initiator if used on a member of another party. +2 loyalty. Nah, that's not helping us right now. Not a lot Lucrezia can do. And we have Brutus here, who's technically our adopted son-in-law, but he doesn't. He still represents with this family. Although their loyalty is through the roof, so we're doing pretty good with that. Yeah, there's not a lot we can do over here. We can adopt. Oh, okay. Actually, look. So we do have a little bit going on. Improve relations. Improve relations with a member from another party to advance its loyalty. Alright. +2 loyalty for target party for 3 turns. That's not very good. Something like that should be permanent. 3 turns is just not enough. We can gather support, send gift, do a personal favor, +30 for a member of our own party, but we can't do it. Oh, we can do it for him? That's 5 gravitas considered because he's not in our party. Shit. Yeah, we need another male citizen in our family. Praise plus zeal for the target. Plus 1 zeal for the target. That's pretty good. But honestly, we can't really do it to the women. It doesn't help us to have women with high zeal. No offense to them. I respect them, but it's not helping us, and it's not going to help us there either. We can provoke if we are in like a civil war, or we think we're gonna go there. We can start fucking with those people and lower their stats, and then we can adopt. We can adopt her and then have her marry somebody, but it'd have to be a political marriage. You know what? We are gonna adopt her. She's the woman that we hired who has a silver tongue. We lose 30 gravitas, but hey, what are you gonna do? That's what it's for, right? To use. All right, so now he's 18 and she's 25 and she's our daughter. But hey, that's Rome for you. Rome does fucking crazy shit. And then eventually we'll have her married. She'll find a spouse. We'll upgrade her as well, which does help our family. Oh, she can assassinate someone. Damn. Because she has high cunning. Requires 2 more cunning than the target. Holy shit. That's wild. We're not looking to assassinate anybody right now, though. See, we can get her married. And then we will have a male party member that we can utilize. She could insult, all these other fucking things. See, this stuff, politics can be made to... It could be made to be relatively enjoyable. I love games where when you're not doing the main thing, there's other mechanics to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like say, let's just take Total War. It's a perfect example. Like say Warhammer. Each nation, each faction has mechanics, but like I love the vampire counts. They're just so cool. Everything about them's cool, but they don't have really fun mechanics when you're not like doing the normal stuff in the game. Where, for example, the Empire has, by now they do, and they were terrible in 1, a tiny bit better in 2, and now they're really good in 3. You can do shit. You can look at the status of your the counts, not the counts, the electors. You can do shit with the how much people like you. You can dictate that kind of thing. Same thing with the elves and the dwarves. You can use oath gold. That's what I like. I like there to be extra shit to do, like fun mechanics. That's why when people go crazy for faction DLC, I always just kind of like, I don't really care that much about faction DLC. I'm only going to play a very small handful of factions anyway. I wish there was DLCs where they add mechanics, like how Civilization does. Now, not like how Paradox does, because Paradox holds back the majority of the cool mechanics and then starts adding them. Eventually, they come up with new shit, I feel like, but in my opinion, most of the time, it's just shit that they already know they're going to add, and they hold it back. Alright, so let's, I should hold out and maybe do a political marriage with her. But I'm not going to. I'm going to just marry somebody. Alright, who do we got? We got Furious, Caparius, Nata. Look at this fucking guy. He looks like fucking Charlie Sheen in like one of those ridiculous movies he would star in. One of those satire movies. He's 29, so he's pretty fucking old. Servita, self-control, grants control of many things, +1 zeal. Military Tribune, that's actually good. War, he's a military tribune. Oh, okay, no, that's his status. He's a strategist, that's actually really good. 8 map movement range, which is awesome. A narcissist, alright, we're all narcissists in our own way, I guess. He's a student, which is also good. An officer, wow, this guy's actually fucking talented. Holy shit. See, look, I'll show you, like, certain guys have low traits down here. He's a student, but then he's a deputy and a scrapper, so he gets, you know, you can't really up this. But my man right here, my man Nata, is a student and a strategist. So that's actually really good. Alright, so when we eventually pull out another army, we're going to use him. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff, Panchia. He brought us in you married a good man. You did good. You did good. Nice job. Nice job. I'd give you a little bit of a gift, but you know what? It's going to cost now. We're not going to use $920 though for something silly. We were going to give her a gift just to be cool, but we can't do it. Alright. Alright, guys. I bet you this is very slow for almost everybody, but you know, it's just how I play, and you know, since I'm just playing for fun for the most part, and I'm recording for fun, you know, I'm not going to like significantly alter my playstyle so I get more people to watch. But I do hope there are some people that find this playstyle interesting and think this campaign is interesting. Alright, let's see. So I got my spy, I almost forgot about. We're going to come back home and see what they're doing. Oh man, look at them. They are fucking ready. They're ready for me to come back and start fucking shit up. I want to get up over here. Last time I had to go all the way around. They're going to make me go all the way around again? Yeah, they probably fucking are. Let's see if I can just go right here. Yep. That's alright. Fuck it. And then we have our politician here who is actually pretty good. He has helps public order. Oh, actually, but then he has a minus public order because these stats, I guess it's when you start ranking up. Plus 15 cultural influence. Oh, that's awesome. That is really good. So let me check something out real quick. So we're still going up. Characters 15, but buildings are 49. Culture 16. Local traditions 50. That's for Latin. Italic, they have 131. Just oh, okay. Local traditions 120. So we're going to have to overcome basically local traditions, which is going to be tough, but we're going to have to do it. Alright, so you know what? Let's just leave him over here for now. Let him do his thing, Thizzle. Bring in a little bit extra money. And you know what? That's it. We're not going to recruit any troops right now. No, we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna keep going. All right, let's see where we're going. Let's see where the wind takes us. I mean, eventually Carthage is gonna declare war on us, so we need to. Sorry, I'm opening up a pink heart Reese's too. They're banging. Eventually, we're gonna have to, you know, clean up this mess that we're in. By the time we're fighting these fucking people.
As clouds gather, wise men look for friends to shelter them. In you, I believe we have such friends.
So the Insubres want a non-aggression pact. They're not at war with anybody that we're friends with. And they're all the way over there. So yeah, sure, they're going to give us $1,600. Yeah, we'll take it.
The skill of your generals is famous. Can you send them against these people who blight our lives?
Alright, so he wants me to declare war on these guys. Or nothing, though. I mean, they are our allies. But they just sent a 20-unit army up north. What if they sent that on our shores? We really don't have the manpower to stop it. So we're sorry, guys. We can't do it. Now, something that you can do, which is cheese, it's cheap too, is I can counter and offer them something cheap, and then they decline, and so you don't take as much of a hit, you know. But I don't do that. Look at this. Order restored. The sight of your army marching in the streets stroke fear in the governor's heart. He will think about it twice before entertaining more seditious ideas. Disclaimer: you should keep your army stationed here until unstable governor debuff runs out. Yeah, well, this is from the events roulette mod, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. This is just cool stuff. I just like extra shit like this. It's fun. Yeah, I'm going to keep my army there.
Get to it, men.
And I'm going to keep this army up here.
Set up the watch.
Because they both have the same debuff. Alright, so now we're raking in fucking dough. We still have this army on our shores here, though. We only have 11. I mean, I think these guys are here to basically assist us if they attack us. I really do. Maybe Empress is trying to play the long game, man, and they want to keep these settlements here, and they don't want to fuck with us. I mean, I know that, you know, let me just step out of character real quick. I know the AI doesn't think like that, but I used to play a football game. Yeah, I used to play like Madden and shit, but I didn't play online. I used to love to play like franchise, or I would play like the college football game before they removed it, and I know now it's back. And I would have like a young quarterback as my starter, and then I would always bring in like a veteran quarterback to be his backup, you know, to like train him. And like obviously that did nothing, especially in those old games. But it was just cool to do, and that's what roleplay is, you know. And I would just like kind of act like he helped, you know, and like, or I'd be like, oh man, my rookie quarterback had a bad year. I got to cut the vet, you know. He's giving him bad advice, you know, shit like that, which is just fun. So in this game, in these kind of games, it's fun to do that. Like, you know, Empress is basically trying to play the long game, and they're trying to help us so that we don't eventually take them out because they know we're going to, you know. It just makes the game more fun. You got to suspend your disbelief, you know, when you play these games and do shit like that. I used to be shitty at it, and I sometimes still am, and if I don't like the game, or if the game isn't that good, then I won't do it, and I'll just be like, oh, this sucks. But I generally want to do it, and I try to do it. Alright, so while we weren't paying attention, that Apuani are now a nation. They're big fans of us, and they have a cool little swan figure as their map on their figurehead.
There is food enough for 2 armies awaiting us when we have told.
Oh shit, you're gonna feed our fucking army, dude? Send it down the Rome, bro. Alright, so let's see. You want to be our client state by any chance? Wow, holy shit. Oh, that's maybe a little bit crazy. That's maybe a little bit crazy. They want to be our client state. See, that's what the guy said in the mod. On the diplomacy mod. He said, there's no way to alter the diplomacy in such a way that the player can't take advantage of it if he wants to. But in order to make it like realistic. And so far, like, it's been pretty realistic. You know, like people going for peace, you know, like that's what they do if like you're in a fight and you're getting worn down or whatever. But because it's just like a set of values, you know, in like some folder or some table, it's hard not for it to be turned around, and it could be taken advantage of, you know. So, you know, like I don't think these guys are just gonna make themselves our client state. You know, you could argue that Eritrea would have, because they knew that we would eventually take them, because they're on basically the Italian peninsula, but I don't think these guys would have. So you know what? We're not going to do that. We will take a little bit of money, though. We'll take, let's say, 750. And then we can't make friends with all these people, because we need to eventually take these settlements. Although, if you wanted to the historical Rome didn't actually control the majority of the settlements outside of this area here. They did have like allies and all these different things, but they did control this as a province. Did they call it Cisalpine? Cisalpine? I feel like they called it something else. But I know they did call it the province at one point in Caesar's commentaries. That's what they call it. All right, so let's take the trade agreement and the $750, and let's carry on from here. All right, so we got to leave our troops there. We're upgrading our settlements here. That's what we're doing, so that we can eventually go on a fucking war path, a fucking rampage. All right, so the amphitheater is a solid building. It helps you with your public order and your cultural influence. Wine trader is solid too. 200 wealth, 5 tariff income, but then you get Persian cultural influence, Hellenic cultural influence, Judaical. Yeah, we don't want any of that shit. Supply pit is good too if you're on like the border somewhere, because it helps you be able to stretch. You can also unlock baggage trains, which helps you, with your supply. Delicatessen, which we've had access to. And then the slave trader, 2% construction cost, 50 wealth from local commerce, 20 wealth generated by slaves, which is good, reduces slave population decline. Let's see something real quick. So right now we're making 15% economic effect, slave population 16%. Economic effect, basically they're matching their population with only 3% negative to public order, which actually isn't bad. Let me see something here. Alright, so this is taxes, slave population. We're making 364. Income generated from the effect of slave labor in your province is 364. So we can up that by 20%, which is like 60, like 70, which is not bad, and it eventually adds up and it'll go up, but it's not bad. We're making 2,500 from trade, which is really good. All right, so it is $10,000 though, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, man, it's tricky when it's hard like this and every decision matters. It's tricky. The amphitheater is good early on, but once you get your public order under control and your culture under control, then it's blah. You make it $100 and you're getting like a couple third-class citizens. It's not really doing anything. So it's not a great long-term answer. So let's move away from that building and see what else we can do. Now we can actually upgrade this, which is good because it gives us 30 olive oil. But we could also at some point lose that settlement. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to upgrade Beneventium, and then we're going to have to build this up as like a base of operations, so where we can start staging troops and start going to fuck people up. So let's. Oh, what do we got here? Ooh, look at this fucking guy, Cicero, Julius Virgilius Cicero. He's got his helmet on. He looks pretty badass, actually. He's a Cornelia. We got Agrippa Ducius Servius, Quintus Trebellius Strabo. He's another one of ours. Lucius Cornelius Scipio, who's a family member right now. So is he. Gnaeus Cornelius Scipio Azina. Huh. Interesting that I can't. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, good. I was gonna say Marcus Junius Brutus, Medeus Julius Fullo. This is our guy. This is our leader. Technically the leader of the whole entire. And this is my man right here, Furious Capreus Nata. He's our homeboy. You know what? We're gonna start him on an illustrious career. You can only raise armies in the capital. I forgot about that. That's an interesting one, and that one's going to be really rough, really tricky when we start expanding. If we're lucky enough to start expanding, but now we will. That's going to be an interesting one. Really, really interesting. Huh. Alright, so there is Third Army, Fulminata. Is that his name? His name's Nata. Fulminata. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a coincidence or not. Alright, let's give him some troops to start off with. Now we have been... I talked about earlier how I like to start with the cheapest troops. So you're not paying the most upkeep from the very beginning. But I haven't really been building up like these full units, so I'm not sure if that's necessarily the most efficient way to go about it. So let's go 2 Javelin, 2 Hastati, and 2 Harari to start off. Alright. I think that's basically about it right now. That's what we're going to sit with. We got my man Nada out. He married into the family. We don't have very many good ancillaries. Not very many at all. But alright, I digress in that area. Alright, we gotta start pumping through these turns. Boom. Of course, our spy is traveling solo. Now it looks like Epirus moved their full army out somewhere. I wonder where. I think they're at war with Carthage, so maybe they're going to move down into Syracuse and try to do some business down into Sicily. We'll find out. Our spy will make landfall next month, this coming month. Okay, there's their army right there. And they went to attack that force. Man, they're just farming my fucking... They're just farming my, my rebels. Just doing work. Doing absolute work. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if that's like, if they're trying to help or if they're just trying to be assholes. I mean, I think I'm starting to take it offensively now. Seriously.
Our ancestors have spoken, and they have named you as true friends. Do we dare ignore the other world?
Oh, you heard about it from the other world? Oh, damn. They came back and told you from the other world? I didn't know it was like that. Damn. I mean, yeah, because eventually I'm not gonna go north for a while, so.
No,
I mean, Subrays want a fucking defensive alliance. Damn. Everybody wants an alliance with me. I mean, these guys are all kind of like all friendly though. So it's not crazy. Like, they're already friends with the Venente and the Wapuani. Now the Helvetii are the ones who started the whole crisis in Caesar's time. And they fucking love me too. Holy shit. I want a defensive alliance with the Subrays though? I guess. I guess we'll take it. The water does look nice though. The Sequani and the Helvetii negotiated peace. Your political power is balanced. We'll take it. Pirates spotted outside of Asculum. Yeah, there was a pirate mod that somebody made. And there was, worked with DEI, and then eventually DEI just incorporated it into its mod, and it was so good. So there's now pirates in the game. If you weren't aware of that, there are. They basically sail the seas and attack and shit. It's pretty cool. Alliance forged. Oh man. Oh wow, Macedon was at war with Epirus, and oh no, they weren't. They just forged an alliance. Damn, that's not what I wanted to see. Household expands. Cursor drops 1 authority, which is not good. Brutus picked up. Alright. Quartermaster report. Troubled. Once we stop getting those troubled notifications, then we know things are looking up for us. We're going to eventually start role-playing diplomacy a little bit better. I mean, yeah, they still hate us. Not everybody likes us even, but the pirates, of course, the Helvetii, the Dorsey. Alright, yeah, we'll eventually start role-playing diplomacy and just basically making deals with where it would really make sense. That's where we're gonna start. We'll actually start doing that right now. Henceforth, we're gonna just role play it, you know, where it makes sense. We're only gonna offer up deals that are legit, and we're only gonna accept deals that are legit.
Be of assistance. No further orders. As you
Yeah, Empress, man, they are not fucking around on the Italian peninsula, and I'm not thrilled about that. You know? I wonder if I should just start building forces up now. I mean, we did reestablish our economy pretty quick. And look, now we're back to 29, plus 29. 24 from characters, though, which is actually huge. We still have minus 17 from cultural differences, which isn't going to go away for a while. And then once the military presence and the characters go away, then we're going to be in the shithole again. Building is only 7, faction 5. So we are getting our culture up, but not fast enough. We have this building, which will help us. This one, which won't help us culturally. This one will, though. And then this one definitely will with culture and public order, but it's going to cost us 6,000. You know, we're going to do it, though. And then we're going to use the rest on our troops. Alright, so we have our man right here. This is our new guy out here. Saparius Nata. My homeboy. Now, of course, we have Brutus, who's been doing good work. Gotta give him credit. He's been carrying us when we needed him. Even though we haven't given him that many resources. Now we have these places, which are... Oh, is that done? Alright, good. That fucking thing is done, finally. You know, the bad governor trait. This one, too. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, good. Alright, so you know what? This is Rala. He's been fighting pretty well, too. He's level 2. Brutus is level 3. Alright, everybody up there is basically my friend, so let's start bringing our forces south. Man, this army is just so battered, and we're just not getting any fucking manpower back. Are we ever going to start getting citizens? Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to build him up. And then we'll go down to Beneventium and just chill. And wait for the fucking war to start. Alright, so a couple axemen. I mean, like I said, I like those kind of troops. Kind of offensive flank troops. Same thing with the Italic swordsmen. Yeah, the swordsmen are definitely better. They're also more expensive, though. A little low on morale. Armor's a little bit better. They're better against elephants and charges because they have, I guess, because they just have axes they can throw at your fucking neck. Alright, we got Lucanian hoplites. Alright, let's go with 2 of these. 2 of these, and that's it. So that's going to be the rest of our docash. Alright, and of course we're draining our citizenry every time we recruit troops, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Alright, let's not forget about our... We got Nepos. Let's see, Nepos. Yeah, just keep doing your thing over here, man. We're gonna work through these turns a little bit. I mean, Empress, man, they are just not fucking around. And they're friends with Maston, which does not help my case. I need the Dari to fucking do some work.
You are honorable, worthy, and strong.
Yeah, no, we don't even know who you are.
Would not wish to be friends with you.
You are honorable, worthy, and strong, and only fools would not wish to be friends with you. That is fair. That is true. I actually agree with that. That actually is very well said. Only fools would not want to be friends with us. We are pretty badass. We're steadfast. You know, we've had a couple rough patches, but we're tough as shit. But I'm sorry, dude. I know you probably don't know what role playing is, but it's unfortunately it's getting in your way this time, and I apologize. We don't even know who you are. I mean, we want to secure our northern border. It's not so much would we do it, it's would they do it, because it looks like the mod has has overly friendly. Now I know what the guy meant when he said that. So, but that's all right. I'm playing this shit straight. Mission failed. Research technology. All right, whatever. Potential risk. All right. Civil War is open now. Warning protection expired. Sea Masters, Alexandria. After months of hard work and thousands of gold coins invested, Ptolemy's new fleet is ready to dominate the seas. Wow. All right, that's a cool little message thing. I like that. That's some good lore. I like that a lot, actually. Alliance Forged, Eperos. Wow. Holy shit. Eperos and the Adari. And they're spreading out, too. Wow. They're spreading out all over fucking... Basically, we're massive. Oh, my God. Macedon controls this and this. My only hope is the, Honoresian Kingdom. And then we have, man, Greece is going to be a tough nut to crack. Wow, this is a tough block right here. This is a power block right here. The RD, Epirus, and Macedon. This is a tough block right here. And technically also Athens, because they have their client states of them. Wow, that's a tough power block right there. Holy shit. Huh. So when we eventually do declare war on Epirus, we gotta watch. Now we are friends with a bunch of barbarians up in the north here, which I do like. I am happy about that now. I'll be able to play them off each other, hopefully. Alright. Let's get it twerking. Let's get it crack-a-lacking, as the kids would say. Get it fucking crack-a-lacking. Let's do it. Let's do it, bitch. Alright, so... Let's see. Let's get... Now they're at plus 26. I mean, I would love to get these guys. They're coming down. I mean, we do want to get troops here eventually, but... We have enough to build up a full force here and just make this fucking army like my main army. You know, Legio 3, this is going to be like the, like Caesar's 10th. You know, so let's see. I mean, we're going to need cavalry, of course, but they're so fucking expensive. Let me see. It's summer. It's September, October, November, December. You know what? We're going to slow play it through the winter. Yeah, so we're not going to... You know, we are going to move him here, though. Because they need some public order support as well. Alright, good. That helped them significantly. And also showed the Epirats that we're not fucking around. As my Spanish friends would say, no mas fucking around. Alright, you're going to go... Part of me wants to kind of merge him with him. And then just kind of have him go take a little break back at Rome. You know, I mean, that's not necessarily a fearful army, Legio 2, but we're not going to do that. I'm not sure why, but we're just not. Alright, so let's see, we can upgrade our port now to a fishing port. You get more food, but then you also have issues with piracy. Although you do get some supply. I mean, we do eventually are going to need to build, you know, ships, but it's not anytime soon. And then now we opened up, what is it, grain pits, plus 100, 4 banditry, which helps, 10% wealth from farming, which actually adds to a number that we have, which is actually going up pretty high. Supply storage, supply line, 1 region, that's pretty good. Export food edict, 16%, plus 2 army replenishment, which we do need. Alright, you know what, we're going to do it. Huh. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Alright. my spy is just chilling there. He's chilling like in between, you know, the troops and the city. Am I full of shit? Who knows? Alright, so the Adari, wow, they declared war on the Veneti, which is not good. Yeah, so we're not going to enter on the side of the aggressor. Enter war on the side of ally. Ally attacked. Oh, no, we're going to enter the war on the side of them, the Veneti. Yes. So we're now at war with these guys. Historically, Rome fucked them up. They had a female leader after the Punic Wars. Pretty sure after the first Punic War, that's when Rome and Macedon had a little beef. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. But they had a female leader, and she was like running her mouth, and Rome came over, and Rome didn't really want to have like a ton to do with Greece at this time, but she was causing shit, and Rome had to wind up taking this. Now, it's not like Rome was like, oh, poor Rome. You know, obviously they could have probably not done what they did, but they wound up burning some fucking places down and shit. I forget exactly what happened, but I could be made to remember if I have to just give it a little bit of thought. Alright, got the Barrett's construction, trade agreement broken, which sucks. Potential risk of war, I know about it. Carthage, after months of hard work and thousands of coins invested, Carthage new fleet is ready to dominate seas. That's great. Now these might be scripts, and they just automatically get that stuff, which is fine because it basically plays into the lore, you know, and the history. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I first played the game, after I had tons of problems, and I started it late, and I played as Egypt, and I came over finally to go see Rome, so I can finally battle the big boys, and they weren't there. Yeah, it just sucked. So like the game itself, but also mods have added tons of scripts and things so that doesn't happen. Like in auto-resolve battles, Rome, Carthage, they have an advantage, so they don't lose, and you wind up being able to fight them, because that's what's fun in the game. Faction destroyed Parthia. Oh wow, that's interesting. Alright, so we're at war with them. Alright, now let's go look at this. So we're at war with these fucks, and they don't even hate us that much because it was like a weird kind of declaration. That's so funny. That actually kind of shows that, yeah, that mod is a little bit broken. So we're going to have to go back to the other mod. We're going to have to tell people that in the descriptions too. To go back to Diplomacy Reforged and not, yeah, it's a little bit too much. But anyway, we're going to play it straight, so we don't care. Alright, so, man, they're just all friends over there. Which is, again, probably because of the mod. Fuck. I hate this when you start deep into a game. But you know, that's alright. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Everybody's friendly, but still there's going to be wars, and we're going to fuck each other up. That's it. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, baby. Alright, so, let's see. Now we're already down under 4,000 gold to turn again.
At your service. I cannot.
I see. What are you guys up to?
Can I be of more?
Where's your big boy army? There it is.
There is more I could do.
There it is.
Commander, at your command.
You go over there to Rome.
We hunger for
You go there.
ready for battle.
Let's see what we can recruit here. Not much. Not much at all. Where do we build a barracks? I don't remember building a barracks. They said barracks complete. I don't remember building a barracks. Was that the last turn? Probably was. Household expands. Faction destroyed. Yeah, it was. Alright, my bad. No biggie. Alright, so we got our spy down here checking out the situation. We got our guy up here. He's gonna deploy, helping us with our culture and shit. Here we got training reforms, -2 recruitment costs for all army units, 2% upkeep cost, which is actually really good. Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, let's see. So we're at war with them. The pirates are over here wanting to cause trouble, but they don't realize that this isn't a port. Even though it has a port, but it's not a port city. I got war going now. If these guys, these are my peoples. Oh, okay, good. So they came down and took that. Now, if these guys all came up here and started fucking taking shit up here, we'd have to go crazy on that. We couldn't allow that to happen. So this is gonna be like a Kumbaya campaign, like huge blocks of fucking allies against other blocks of allies, which is kind of cool. You know, it just kind of changes it up a little. I had hoped on playing like multiple campaigns, but let's see what happens. Oh, so the Cornelia are getting pretty pissed. These guys were up to like 30. But you know what happened though? They're not constantly fighting wars. That's what happens. War makes the world go round, especially in Rome. Here's a Cornelia. They're minus 10 loyalty. They hate Greeks. Racist pricks. Man, so I'm going to have to try to get them in some action. I mean, basically war, yeah. War is what fucking, is what it's all about. Here's our homeboy right here, and here's our fucking man, 50 grand. For relations, it's only 2. Yeah, that's not very good. We could praise plus 10 gravitas for target, plus 1 zeal for target if used on a party member of another party. Used on a member of another party. Okay, so we can use it on people of our party, but we can't use it on him. Why not? Requires 2 more zeal and the target's cunning. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we're not going to use it on Lucrezia, though. Although she will get 10 gravitas. I can use it on my man's right here. He'll get 10 gravitas. Plus 3 loyalty for 3 turns. Minus 10, let's see. Difficulty, hates Greeks, government type, other factors. Alright. Not a whole lot we could do there. Alright, let's see. So you know what? I want to try to reinforce these troops. So let's oh, here we go. Look at us. Nice. We're replenishing our first troops. Sweet. That's so fucking awesome. Seriously, these guys have been like, you know, where the fuck are the reinforcements? We need replacements. I mean, it's not like any of them are like super ranked up, although this army has a couple.
At your command.
You know, so that makes me happy though. All right, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Before you know it, we're gonna be fucking shit up. So let's continue. We're gonna get through the winter and then make a decision. Maybe we can blitz fucking Terrace, take that, and then they basically are stranded with 1 army. You know, on the peninsula. So they're a big army, but maybe we can just wear it down eventually.
You are honorable, worthy, and strong, and only fools would not wish to be friends with you.
Oh, look, dude, I agree, but I mean, they're not friends with the Massili. They're not friends with any of these guys. I mean, I'll do a trade agreement. You want to do a trade agreement? You guys got trade up in there? Oh, we already have a trade agreement. Hey, do we? Oh, I don't think we have a connection. We can't have a trade agreement. Yeah, we're not connected. I mean, a non-aggression pact is not really like a big deal. It just means we're not going to fuck each other up. But then I can't have non-aggression pact with all the fucking barbarians. Although, no, Rome did have treaties with the barbarians when Caesar went over there. The Edoi, you know, they were good friends with them. So, I mean, it's not like out of the realm of possibility for us to have non-aggression pacts. I mean, it's not like I necessarily want them, but you know, it looks like I'm gonna be doing the majority of my fighting, you know, in this area over the next fucking few years probably. So I do not have to worry about my northern flank in any way, although I already don't have to. I mean, these guys, there's not any reason why they don't like me. Huh. Alright, you know, we'll accept it.
No warrior like standing alone in battle.
Nah, the Helvetii,
Should we
no.
not-
Sorry, guys. Can't do it, guys. Alright, a riot has started in your capital. You suspect that it was instigated by one of the other political parties. How do you react? Let's accuse him private. Potential risk of civil war. I know this. Thank you very much for telling me. Alright, our man over here went up a rank. Pirates spotted. I know this as well.
My wits and words are yours.
Alright, sorry about that. My cat was like fucking with me. Alright, so let's go with authority. +2 cutting, out of work following demolition. That's actually really good. Yeah, we'll take that too. Alright, that's good stuff. Alright, so we're up to 9,000 now. We're gonna move him. Oh, he still can't reach. Damn, his public order. No, he should have decent movement. Well, -5, but still, it shouldn't take him that long to get here.
Call this a garrison.
Damn.
We hunger for
Alright, and it went off already. The spigot went off.
ready for orders.
The spigot went off.
At your service. On the road again.
Where's that full unit army? Are they marching down here to start fucking... Yep, they are. Look at them. Are they moving in on Syracuse? Let's see. Are they at war with Syracuse? Or are they... They're friends with Syracuse, but they're at war with Carthage, though. So that could be real deal Holyfield right there. Alright, so let's just stay there.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, we're going to watch them, and if they go all the way down, we're going to blitz the shit out of them. Yeah. So you know what? The slingers, we never used to ever recruit slingers. And like I said, it was mostly because you can get archers when I played with the Greeks, but I would still never recruit slingers. And I thought maybe, you know what? Last couple times I played, I'm like, they're pretty good counters to missile troops because they have great range. They fire fast. They have a ton of ammo. I know they don't have a lot of missile damage, but they, you know, in the long run, they work. But they don't. Only in the perfect situations. You know, like when you're on the defense and they get sit back there, or if you have if you're on like a hill because they need to have like a good angle. They don't take any damage against people with armor, especially for a while. And I haven't really been going against a lot of archers, so they haven't really served me well. So I'm not gonna fuck with
Good fighters.
slingers. At least not for now. Italic levies, man, they're more expensive than the Rari by a decent amount. Let's see why. They're identical. Except the Italic levies have what is that right there? What does that mean? They're recruiting this unit will draw from the available manpower in this region. Proletary. What does that mean? That means something. They're like a base unit or something. I forget. It means something though. Huh. Italic levies. So the Rari just feel like better troops, but you know, there's 1,000 proletari available. Alright, you know what, let's just chill on that. Yeah, let's build something. So we're upgrading all the settlements there. We really need a fucking... I mean, they're just like hemorrhage. Oh, okay, we're at 0. Alright. Well, 0 is better than minus, which you usually have. Required growth for building slots, 21. Usually we're just hemorrhaging fucking spots. Alright, these guys are actually gaining, so that's good. Current growth rate 6. Accumulated growth 43. We need 172, which is kind of crazy, but it's not terrible. And then, I'm not worried about that right now. All right, so let's see. Basically, we're back in the same position that we're always in. We want to upgrade these settlements. You know, we're just gonna go with the amphitheater. Fuck it. All right. Yeah, let's just take the bonuses that we can get while we can get them, and we'll worry about in the future. If we're in a good position, we'll worry about in the future. Carthage taking a little bit of a long time. Maybe they were thinking something over. I would love to see that Epirus, that army the Epirot army march down into Sicily and get its ass kicked by
There is a
fucking
time when warriors must sheathe
by
the
Empress.
sword and talk for the good of their people.
Alright, so the Adari. Alright, so man. Now if I was playing this campaign by myself, I would stop playing it right now because that's crazy. But like, you know, I'm gonna have to, you know, be the better man like so many times. You know, it's like turning to it's like something. It's like being at a party with people who aren't in their right mind, and like you definitely wouldn't be the person who would try to do anything, but then like they keep coming up to you, like it's like no, definitely not, and then like they did it like 20 times, and like by the 20th time you're just like what the fuck. You always say no because it's the wrong thing to do, but you know you don't want to have to make that decision every time. This guy's at war with tons of people. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, we're obviously not going to make them our client state. We're going to cancel it. Yeah. Damn, man. Just one fucking mod. I had the perfect mod list, and then that mod seemed good. You know, I liked people were more flexible, and you could make a peace agreement, you know. But now I realize it's, you know, everybody's like fucking punch drunk when they're dealing with you, or like they're high on like something. Like before every diplomatic meeting, they pop like a bunch of ecstasy or some shit. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, dada, be my dada. It's like, no, man, I can't do that. We're supposed to be enemies. Oh no, man, let's be fucking friends. All right. Modius Rala upgraded. I like to see that. Now, this is interesting that you guys might not know about. Alright, so the accused party is now on somewhat worse terms with you, but it has not lost any influence. Alright. That's not bad. Although -5 for 5 turns is more valuable now because of the potential for a civil war. So, Rala
We hunger for battle.
just gain. So, you get experience for being a governor now as well. You can just sit your character in a city, and if has positive on public order, and I think maybe one other thing, like there's no like clear negatives, you get experience points for that, and you can go up, which is awesome. So you can just basically have like your characters who are literally just like governors. They don't really have a lot of military skill. You can use them as governors, so it's awesome. Such a cool addition to the game, honestly. Let's see what we got. Commander of Men. We just talked about this. Capable bureaucrat. All right, let's go with that. All right, you know what, guys? It is December. Let's see. Faction destroyed. It's honey. Faction destroyed. It's Azabazgi. Claudius Nepos. That's a solid. Guard dogs are all positive. Faction destroyed Shastani. And then we built a farm. That's right here. All right. We're going to call it there, fellas. So that was, close to an hour. There was not a lot of action in this one, but there was a lot of maneuvering. We're finally starting to strengthen ourselves and build up. So let's just keep doing it. We're going to just roleplay that diplomacy thing and do it the right way. We really are, because there's no chance I can abandon this campaign. It's too much fun for one thing. And I have too much fucking, I don't want to be like Netflix and have like a bunch of dead seasons on my catalog. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. The leaves blowing around. That is so gorgeous. That is so freaking gorgeous. My old computer would have melted down by now. Would have had like a nuclear meltdown.